Hi everyone! We have great news! Version 2.0 of YITH WooCommerce Ajax Search is now online. With this version, you can use a shortcode or a Gutenberg block to add the new and redesigned search form to your site. You're going to love the new features, the new design, how easy and functional it is, but first, in this video, we're going to show you how you can update the plugin from the previous version to version 2.0. Before we get into it, let me remind you that we'll list the links to the plugin, documentation, and live demo in the description below, so you can go ahead and check it out. And now, let's get to it.
Okay, so this is the dashboard we have in the previous plugin version 1.37.0. What we need to do is update the plugin to the new version 2.0. As soon as we do it, we get this message welcoming us to version 2.0, the advanced search form that will make the difference in your shop. Here we explain that the new version has new features and improved compatibility with the latest WooCommerce versions. We can click here to update the search form to the new version. It's that easy. And we also have a note here letting you know that the old search form will be supported until January 15, 2024. So make sure to update this plugin to the latest version as soon as possible. Before updating to the new version, let's go see the plugin panel. So here are the general options. This is the new redesigned panel. You see that some of the options are disabled. They're not clickable. I cannot even enable the options. These are grayed out. I cannot even use this option because this is included in the new version. So I need to update the plugin in order to be able to use these settings. Here we have the message. This option is available only in the new search form. Update the plugin now. It's easy, and by clicking here, I get the same model window. And I'm going to click here on update the search form to the advanced version.
Let me take a moment here to remind you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell down below so you know every time we have a new video for you. Now, let's continue with the video.
And that's it. Now the plugin has been updated. A clarification about this: updating the version does not mean that the previous settings will be eliminated, but the features, functioning, and design of the plugin need to be updated to use all of the great features we're going to see now. Okay, so we have this completely redesigned panel with some new options. Something we need to draw attention to is that in the previous version, to customize the search form, you had to use code or a template. But now we can customize the search form with the options available in the plugin dashboard. Let me show you. Let's go to Search Shortcodes. Here's where we can find, create, and customize the search shortcodes, which basically contain the configured search forms. We have a shortcode that's created by default here. This is the search form the plugin reads from the previous plugin version. So to edit it, we must do it here. We have the shortcode here, which we can copy and paste anywhere on the site to add the search form. If I click here on edit, I get to see all the options. There are several sections with options to configure. For example, here we're going to set the name of the shortcode, the layout, which can be small or large, and we can enter additional CSS classes to customize the search, but they're actually not required. Okay, this is in case you want to customize the search form even more, but I can assure you the options in this version are more than enough. Then we have the search input section, which is where you can enter the placeholder for the search form, the colors to use. Then in submit button, you get to choose if the submit button is going to be an icon, text, or an icon and text, the position left or right, the button colors. Then in search results, you get to choose how many maximum results to show, the product info to show, title, price, SKU. You get to choose what to show in the search results, more customization options, badges options to show on sale, out of stock, and feature badges, and whether to also show results related to posts and pages. And last, we have the extra options section. This is where you get to choose if you want to show searches made by the user. This can be super useful for your users. Max searches to show, label, trending searches, and related categories. So as you can see, this is a really easy way to configure the search form without having to edit the template or use CSS code. Now let's go see another big change. So on this side, I still have the previous version of the plugin. And here's the widget you could use to add the search form to your site. If you're using this Ajax Search widget to display the search form with the previous plugin version and are now migrating to the new version 2.0, you will keep seeing the widget, but it will be overridden by a widget that contains the default shortcode. Let's go back to the dashboard. This is the dashboard with the previous plugin version. So in Appearance, Widgets, and then Header Widget Area Left, here I have the widget. So this will keep working when you migrate to the new version, but it will lose all the configuration you had previously set, okay? Now let's go see this section in the new version 2.0. Okay, so this is the same section, Appearance Widgets, in version 2.0, and if I click here, you see I still have a widget, and if I click on it, you see that it contains the default search shortcode, the one we saw minutes ago. So if I go to the site with the new version now, we can see the search form here added with the widget, but without the previous configuration. So now to configure the shortcode that is inside the widget, we need to go back to the dashboard, to YITH, Ajax Search, Search Shortcodes. This is the section we were seeing before. This is where you can edit the default shortcode or our new ones, and you can just click here on the pencil to edit all the options we saw before, so you can customize the search form. In addition, you can add the new Gutenberg block to a widget area to replace the widget. Let's go back to Appearance, Widgets, back to this Header Widget area, and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to add a new block, and let's add Classic Search. So this is the new Gutenberg block that you can use to add the search form to your site. You can click here to see the blocks, and you're going to find all the options you can customize to the right. You can go see our first steps video to know how to use and customize the Gutenberg block. Now let's go back to the plugin panel, YITH Ajax Search, General Options. And let's go see for a moment the previous version of Ajax Search, so you can see the difference between both versions. Okay, so this is the old plugin dashboard. Here we have the general section where we could configure the plugin general settings. We had general settings here and additional features. Then in output, we had the results settings with options like the loader, the sale and featured badges, the view all link, thumbnail options, and more. And then in search, we had options to configure the search settings, like if we wanted to extend the search to categories, tags, hide out of stock products, order options, and settings to search by custom field and SKU. Now, if we go to the new version 2.0, here we have general options where we can set the general options for the plugin behavior. We have options to configure an autocomplete feature, search results, suggested or trending searches, which are usually popular among customers, fast strings and synonym sets in case you want to show relevant results to your users in spite of misspellings, or entering a term that is not actually used on your store but is a synonym to one of the terms you use. Then in search fields, we get to define what fields are used when a search is performed in the shop and also set the priority for each field. Here we get to choose the fields. There's a long list to choose from, and here we can set the priority. And then if we scroll down, we also have a search index section. This helps users quickly find information and products in the shop. It is designed to map search queries to documents or URLs that might appear in the results. You can schedule indexing, see the status, and manually reveal the index here. Then in the search shortcode section, we have already seen this. We get to use the default search shortcode and edit it or duplicate it, and we can also add a new one or as many new shortcodes as we want to. Configure them by clicking on edit, eliminate each single preset, duplicate it, save it once we're done configuring it, and copy the shortcode to paste on any page of the site. And in customization, we get to choose the colors for the sale, out of stock, and feature badges, and the related content background color. And that's it. It's that easy to update the plugin to version 2.0 and get the best search engine for your store.
Okay, so that's how you can update the plugin to version 2.0. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up, and we'll meet again for our next video.